So in Star Wars LU, there are a bunch of special ships called prototypes, and these prototype variants can only be found as used ships from NPCs or purchased at blueprints from NPCs. You can't actually buy them at a shipyard anywhere. So if you want to get a bunch of them, which a lot of players do, want to make a perfect fleet out of all prototypes, you're going to need to build them at your headquarters. And if we look at our headquarters right here, we have a TIE Interceptor prototype blueprint. So let's go ahead and queue some up. And if we look at the requirements, they actually require an additional resource that the rest of the ships don't. So for any prototype ship, if you want to build them, and you should, they have superior stats, and they're also capable of using the OCV Kion emitter weapons, which are they're very good weapons. Anyway, to make a prototype, you need Amdium, also known as Navidium. And to get this resource, you actually get it rarely from mobile mining. And mobile mining does not produce a lot of it. Mobile mining will indiscriminately mine all of the, if I can find a sector with them, all of the asteroid debris in a sector, and that will produce a lot of ore and silicon and crystals. And very rarely, some of these little asteroid debris actually yield Amdium as well. So how do we get a lot of this stuff? Well, first of all, you could find a mining base. Let's see if we can find one. A NMMC mining outpost. If we look here, they have some in stock. It's very expensive, but the ultimate way to find them is to find an asteroid that yields them. So in distant clouds here, I found one. You can see once you've scanned it with your mineral scanner, well, you should have a ship automatically do that, you'll see that the yield is actually Amdium and not ore or silicon. And these asteroids are extremely rare, and there's only a few in the whole game, and there's typically no real way to exploit them. There's no mining station, there's no Saturn Complex hub that you can use to exploit these asteroids. But we can actually use a technique that vanilla X3AP used for a plot involving your personal sector in that game, where you use a Hornet missile to blow up the asteroid, and then you can mine the bits and pieces to get all of the Amdium out of it. So let's go ahead and do that. We have our Acclimator Hauler TL. Let's have it jump to sector Distant Clouds so we can bring that asteroid to us. Distant Clouds is a far out sector, but we do have this Xenon sector over here constantly sending Xenon into it, so it's not a safe place to mine. But we have the Plutarch Tractor System, so we're just going to relocate it. So let's see, General, Plutarch Tractor System, relocate. I'll grab the one of higher yield. Target position, I believe I am in V Delta. Let's see. Let's put it right here. Okay, so in my sector of V Delta, I should have an asteroid. There it is. So this asteroid is filled with Amdium. So we have our Hornet missiles. Let's go ahead and shoot one. Now, the Hornet missile is a very heavy missile. It's one of my favorites for, big fleet battles. It's super slow, but a lot of bombers firing them will be able to do a lot of damage to a capital ship. But this missile is so powerful, it can apparently obliterate the entire asteroid. Alright, and now we have mineable chunks of debris. So if we look at our map, we have a huge deposit here for mobile mining, and all of these, I don't know if you know this, but you can actually scan debris, the small little asteroid bits, if you have the mineral scanner. And you can see they all have the Amdium yield. Now, it doesn't matter what the source yield is on the original asteroid before you blow it up. All the little rocks are, it's not going to matter. So don't go and combine all of the Amdium asteroids into a big one and then destroy that, because that will just yield a single asteroid worth of debris. What you should do is for every asteroid you find, bring them in, blow them up, bring them in, blow them up, bring them in, blow them up. So you have a whole sector full of extremely lucrative mining. So let's call in our mining ships. We have a Star Destroyer full of TIE fighters that will mine for us. There it is. And there's a new command that Darth Viscus was kind enough to point out to me, where if you have a bunch of mining ships landed at a ship or a station, you can go to Special and Mining Fleet Carrier. and then in this sector. And all of those ships should be given the mine order. So here comes all the TIE fighters, and they will automatically be given the mining command. So you don't have to go down the list and give each ship the command to mine all on their own, and they should go for it. So let's verify that they're all getting Amdium, and once we do that, we should be good to build our fleet of prototypes and be unstoppable. So they all found the rock. Yep, they are getting Amdium, and because this was an Amdium asteroid, they're only going to be getting Amdium in crystals and minerals. There won't be any ore or silicon at all. So this is actually, even if you're in this just for the money to sell it all, this is extremely valuable. Way more valuable than just regular mobile mining, because that will yield mostly ore and silicon. This will only yield the good stuff. So even if you're not trying to build a fleet of prototypes, finding one of these asteroids and destroying it with a Hornet missile, and I don't know if there's actually other missiles that can do this, I just know the Hornet missile works, which is unfortunately not available to Imperial ships, so you need to get yourself a pirate ship or something that can use it. But yeah, you can just bring as many asteroids in here and have as many mobile mining debris fields as you want, and you should be good to go.